It's just kind of who I am. I want to pour into my team as much as possible, and I'm pretty in tune with my body. I can read a room pretty well, and so when I see we're lacking a little bit, you got to step up. But if we're good, you're just there to encourage and give people confidence.
Stop everything, because what Sophie Cunningham just revealed completely flips the Caitlin Clark story upside down. Welcome back to another Clark update. Today's shocking story is something no true Caitlin Clark fan can afford to miss. If you're a real Caitlin Clark supporter, prove it by dropping CC 100% in the comments. I'm honestly curious to see how many loyal Clark fans are watching right now. With that out of the way, let's dive straight into this unbelievable story. Everyone thought they already knew why Sophie Cunningham joined the Indiana Fever. Keep Caitlin Clark protected, play the enforcer, and guard the young superstar. But what Cunningham recently admitted completely challenges everything people believed about their partnership. This move was never random. It was 6 years in the making. Even more surprising, nobody realized just how deeply Cunningham wanted to become Clark's personal protector. In February 2025, the entire league was shaken when the Fever pulled off a major trade. They landed Sophie Cunningham from the Phoenix Mercury. The message couldn't have been clearer. Cunningham was about to become the most talked about enforcer in women's basketball because Clark desperately needed protection. On paper, the decision made complete sense. Clark's rookie season had been unbelievably brutal. Chindy Carter's shoulder check sent her crashing to the floor. A blind screen involving Brianna Stewart flattened her during a crucial possession. Clark ended up sprawled across the court after Ari McDonald recklessly closed out on her three-point attempt. Then Diamond DeShields barreled straight through her as though she wasn't even standing there. Meanwhile, the referees kept looking the other way as the punishment continued. During her very first month alone, Clark absorbed the league's third highest foul total with 46. Every single week, Coach Christy Sides forwarded game footage to WNBA headquarters, begging officials to finally step in. Absolutely nothing changed. The league needed somebody who wouldn't simply complain about the treatment. They needed someone willing to respond. Enter Sophie Cunningham. But back then, almost nobody understood the full story. This trade wasn't simply smart strategy. Cunningham had quietly been preparing herself for this opportunity for well over a year. She fought to earn that responsibility instead of merely accepting it. And once you look at her background, it's obvious why the Fever wanted her so badly. She earned her Taekwondo black belt at only 6 years old. She proudly wore it, even though her parents, who were also her teachers, awarded it to her as a playful joke. When the starting kicker tore an ACL, the high school football replacement calmly drilled 2 of 4 field goal attempts. If you're enjoying this story, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Believe it or not, over 93% of people watching still haven't subscribed. It costs absolutely nothing, takes only a second, and truly helps us grow. So, have you subscribed yet? Awesome. We genuinely appreciate your incredible support. Now, let's get right back into this unbelievable story. Even parents at her kindergarten complained because she played soccer with too much aggression and intensity. She wasn't built for ordinary basketball. She was born to battle. She climbed from being a second-round draft selection into a dependable starter who averaged double figures throughout her 6 seasons with Phoenix. She understood exactly what surviving in this league demanded. Now, every ounce of that experience was being used to protect the most watched player in WNBA history. But Cunningham's journey to that moment explains everything about her mentality. She became Missouri's all-time leading scorer, making 129 career starts while averaging 3 assists, 5.4 rebounds, and 17 points every game. She led the Tigers to 4 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances. During her senior season, she became the nation's only player averaging 17 points alongside 200 rebounds, 83 three-pointers, and 150 made free throws. She earned All-SEC honors 3 different times. She also received AP All-America honorable mention twice. The hometown superstar owned the spotlight. Yet despite all those accomplishments, critics still labeled her dirty, petty, and overly aggressive. Fans in South Carolina relentlessly booed her. Others constantly questioned her fiery attitude. She never changed. She stayed completely true to herself, and that mindset eventually carried her into the WNBA. Cunningham battled for every single minute after Phoenix selected her 13th overall in the 2019 draft as the organization's first second-round choice. Nobody handed her a starring role. She earned every opportunity through relentless effort. Her rookie season nearly slipped away completely. That year, the Mercury drafted 3 rookies, and veteran injuries unexpectedly forced Cunningham into responsibilities she honestly wasn't sure she could handle. She attacked every possession by sprinting the floor, boxing out, and sliding relentlessly on defense, earning constant praise from coach Sandy Brondello. But everything changed one unforgettable night against the Fever when her shot suddenly caught fire. She simply couldn't miss. Coach Sandy Brondello admitted Cunningham was playing so relentlessly that she almost wanted to substitute her just to give her a breather. That's exactly who Cunningham is. She genuinely doesn't know how to slow down. In 2022, she delivered a breakout campaign, averaging 12.6 points and 4.4 rebounds, while starting 20 of 28 games. Against Minnesota, she exploded for a career-high 36 points, burying 7 three-pointers while adding 5 steals. Following that unforgettable performance, Natasha Cloud praised her, saying, "What Sophie brings doesn't always appear inside the box score. Every possession, she competes relentlessly at both ends of the floor." That's simply Sophie. She may not be the biggest star, but she's absolutely essential for winning basketball. Phoenix depended on her hustle, clutch shooting, relentless toughness, and infectious energy. She evolved into the ultimate sixth starter, the X factor willing to do absolutely everything required for victory. Even without constant highlights, her clutch instincts remained undeniable. Cunningham poured in a playoff career-high 21 points during the 2021 postseason by knocking down 6 three-pointers after exploding for 12 third-quarter points to ignite a comeback against the New York Liberty. With barely a minute remaining, she buried the dagger triple that secured Phoenix's 83-82 victory. Kahleah Copper erupted for 38 points in 2024, but Cunningham buried the biggest three-pointers during the closing moments to help Phoenix edge Atlanta 88-85. Coach Nate Tibbetts trusted her as the team's sixth starter. She became so valuable that she could completely change games without even touching the basketball. Whenever her number was called, she always delivered. Now fast forward to June 17, 2025. Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. That unforgettable matchup instantly turned Cunningham into a household name. During a heated confrontation, J.C. Sheldon poked Caitlin Clark in the eye, and something inside Cunningham completely snapped. What followed became the most viral moment of the entire WNBA season. Cunningham instantly switched into full enforcer mode, storming toward the Sun players, stepping between opponents, getting directly into their faces, and making one thing crystal clear: anyone touching her superstar would immediately face consequences. Tempers exploded, both benches emptied, and social media absolutely lost its mind. Within only a few days, her TikTok following skyrocketed from 300,000 to 1.4 million. Within hours, her merchandise completely sold out across the country. Sports networks replayed the footage nonstop. Fans weren't just watching Clark anymore. They were watching her fearless protector. Overnight, the enforcer role became legendary. Suddenly, everyone wanted to hear Cunningham's story. But protecting Clark during games was only the beginning. What Cunningham did afterwards split the entire league. She openly challenged the commissioner herself. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert was accused of telling players during meetings that Caitlin Clark should appreciate the platform the league had given her, almost as if Clark somehow owed the WNBA for her success. Cunningham refused to stay silent. She called Kathy Engelbert the most out-of-touch leader in professional sports on Instagram. She never held back. "People only know Kathy because of CC," she posted. Every word landed like a direct hit. Cunningham also backed her argument with numbers, pointing out that Clark appeared in 21 of the 24 games that crossed 1 million viewers during her rookie season. She insisted the Clark effect played a massive role in the WNBA securing its reported $2 billion media deal, bringing the league exposure it had never experienced before. Ticket sales exploded. Merchandise flew off the shelves. Yet the commissioner acted as though Clark owed the league instead. Cunningham made sure everyone understood just how ridiculous that sounded. She wasn't worried about any consequences. She simply said what many believed needed saying. Just look at everything Clark accomplished. She scored 3,951 career points, surpassing Pete Maravich's all-time NCAA Division I scoring record. She became the first player in men's or women's NCAA tournament history to record a 40-point triple-double, the first woman to post back-to-back 40-point tournament games, and the only Division I player ever to reach 3,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 800 rebounds. She carried Iowa to consecutive national championship games. The 2024 title game attracted 18.9 million viewers, making it the most-watched women's college basketball game ever. Her jersey outsold Shedeur Sanders' merchandise on Fanatics. She became the first college athlete ambassador for State Farm. Her NL valuation reached an estimated $3.40 to $4 million, the highest among women's college basketball players. Iowa sold out its entire women's basketball ticket schedule while generating a program record $3.26 million in revenue. Clark became far more than another basketball star. She changed the sport forever. Then she entered the WNBA and kept rewriting history. She became the first rookie to record a triple-double, won Rookie of the Year, shattered the rookie scoring record, broke both the single-game and single-season assist records, and earned a place on the All-WNBA first team. Yet the league acted as if simply acknowledging her was enough. Cunningham saw straight through the act. That's exactly why she confronted the commissioner. That's exactly why she spoke when everyone else stayed silent. One thing quickly became Cunningham's trademark, calling out questionable officiating. Throughout Clark's rookie campaign, Cunningham became one of the loudest critics of the referees, both in interviews and across social media. She repeatedly blasted officials for failing to protect Clark from unnecessary physical punishment. Week after week, controversial no-calls kept piling up. Hard fouls were ignored without consequence. Cunningham refused to stay quiet, even when speaking out threatened her own reputation and dangerous plays were brushed aside as ordinary contact. She challenged referees face-to-face and piled up technical fouls without caring about the fallout. Months earlier, former NBA star Joakim Noah had already suggested the Fever desperately needed someone exactly like Cunningham, someone willing to physically protect Clark from the chaos surrounding every game instead of simply sharing the court with her. Cunningham embraced that responsibility without hesitation. Consequences meant absolutely nothing. She became the voice Clark couldn't publicly become. The rookie had to remain careful where the veteran didn't. But their relationship wasn't built only on conflict and confrontation. A genuine friendship between Clark and Cunningham quietly developed when nobody expected it. During one golf outing, Clark jokingly teased Cunningham over her spelling in an Instagram post. Cunningham laughed it off, calling herself a joke while the two friends kept having fun together. No pride. No awkwardness. Just two teammates genuinely enjoying each other's company. At the Annika Pro-Am tournament, they caddied together, traded jokes, talked trash, and acted like lifelong friends instead of teammates who had known each other only months. Cameras repeatedly captured them laughing together away from basketball. Their friendship proved just as authentic as Cunningham's enforcer reputation. They weren't putting on a performance for attention. They sincerely cared about one another. They spent time together. They texted regularly. They built a real connection. That bond made Cunningham's protection of Clark feel even more personal. She wasn't defending Clark because management expected it. She was defending someone she truly considered a friend. But Cunningham's fearless attitude didn't stop with protecting Clark. She never hesitated to challenge league leadership either. She openly criticized the WNBA's expansion choices, questioning why Philadelphia, Detroit, and Cleveland were selected as future franchises. Cleveland's social media account immediately fired back by posting a video of Clark praising the city, attempting to paint Cunningham as a hypocrite. Cunningham never flinched. She had already shown she wasn't afraid to confront the commissioner herself. Why would a social media account intimidate her? Fans loved that fearless personality, and it quickly became one of the biggest parts of her public image. She voiced opinions many players were too nervous to express. She became the athlete who simply didn't care whether league officials approved of her comments. Honesty mattered more than politics, and that authenticity connected with fans who believed the WNBA often felt overly controlled and carefully scripted. Anyone wanting raw, unfiltered conversations about the league knew exactly where to listen. Her podcast, Show Me Something. Now here's where the entire story takes an unbelievable twist. Long before Cunningham ever wore an Indiana Fever jersey, and long before any trade rumors existed, she was already one of Caitlin Clark's biggest supporters. Back in 2024, while still wearing a Phoenix Mercury uniform, Cunningham openly admitted on camera that she would love to play alongside Clark someday. She emphasized it herself during an interview. "Honestly, I'm a huge fan, and I almost never say that about anybody." Even after the trade became official, nobody instructed her to drop that carefully remembered statement. This wasn't manufactured publicity. It was genuine admiration from an experienced veteran watching a college superstar completely change the sport. Cunningham followed Clark throughout her Iowa career. She studied her incredible shooting range, elite court vision, and unbelievable ball handling. She recognized something truly special. Everyone loves talking about the enforcer role today. Long before anyone imagined it, Cunningham already wanted that responsibility. She chased it. She embraced it. She made it real. What looked like Indiana's simple basketball decision was actually the opportunity Cunningham had secretly wanted all along. She didn't just accept becoming Clark's bodyguard. She openly wanted the job. Think about that for a second. Here was a 6-year Phoenix veteran who had recently signed an extension through 2025 because she genuinely loved the organization and Matt Ishbia's vision. Phoenix had become her second home. Even so, she jumped at the chance to play beside Clark. That's incredibly unusual. Most players don't willingly leave organizations they love just to become a rookie's protector. Cunningham did exactly that. Because this was never about the role. It was always about the player. Before the sold-out arenas, before the reported $2 billion media deal, and before the entire basketball world finally caught on, she already believed in Caitlin Clark. Cunningham wanted to be part of the journey because she recognized greatness before everyone else did. That's the real story hardly anyone is talking about. For most of Diana Taurasi's legendary Phoenix career, Cunningham played behind her. She learned from one of basketball's greatest competitors. Diana Taurasi taught her how to stay prepared, survive difficult moments, and handle the endless mental challenges that come with fighting for opportunities year after year. After waiting 2 or 3 seasons, Cunningham finally earned a permanent starting role, and she never once took it for granted. She knew exactly what it felt like to wait endlessly for someone to finally call your number. When her opportunity arrived, she maximized every second of it. That's exactly why she understood Clark's situation: the physical play, relentless attention, and nonstop pressure. Throughout her own career, Cunningham constantly dealt with negative storylines. Critics called her petty, dirty, and overly aggressive. Still, she never changed who she was. So when she watched Clark facing similar criticism, she already knew exactly what needed to happen. Stand up. Fight back. Protect her at every cost. Everything you need to understand about Cunningham's mentality comes directly from her years in Phoenix. Besides Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi, she became one of the franchise's longest-tenured players after spending 6 seasons in the Valley. She experienced every high and every low the Mercury endured. She survived drama, coaching changes, ownership changes, and constant roster turnover. Through it all, she stayed ready. She kept working. She transformed herself into the type of player every contender desperately wanted. A versatile guard capable of filling multiple roles. A reliable shooter delivering timely baskets. A relentless worker willing to handle every dirty job. Every championship contender values that type of player. So when the opportunity arrived to play alongside someone she genuinely admired, she never hesitated for a single moment. Now comes the heartbreaking twist nobody expected. During 2025, both Cunningham and Clark suffered season-ending injuries. Their seemingly unstoppable partnership suddenly hit a devastating wall after Bria Hartley slipped and crashed into Cunningham's leg during a game against Connecticut. She tore the MCL in her right knee. Heartbroken that her very first season alongside Clark had ended so suddenly, Cunningham shared the emotional news on her podcast. She had waited years for this opportunity, and it disappeared within seconds. Later that same season, Clark suffered an injury of her own. Suddenly, two players expected to reshape the WNBA were watching helplessly from the sidelines. Instantly, the questions began. What if both had stayed healthy? How far could they have gone? What damage might they have done in the playoffs? But the biggest mystery isn't their recovery timeline. It's what comes next. Cunningham will be free to sign with any franchise, and nobody can guarantee she'll return to Indiana.